time, we can take it later.
Yeah, please continue.
I
Yeah.
have
That
so
is
many
completed,
things to
Abhishek.
cover. Yeah.
No, completed. You can proceed.
Yes. So yesterday we were talking about backup. Okay. Recording is started. 1 minute. Let me double check. Yes, recording is started. Okay. So today I'll just give you some basic idea about the backup, what backup is, what is the core understanding about backup and everything. And then I'll take you to the Postgre backup things, and we can have a detailed understanding about that. Okay. First of all, uh, if we see in very high level, we have two kind of backup: cold backup and hot backup. Okay. When I say cold backup, your database is in shutdown state, and database is not active. No connections are uh, live or active on the database, and database is completely gracefully shut down. And then whatever backup I take, I called it cold backup. Okay, cold backup. When your database is up and transactions are keep on happening, okay, and you are taking the backup, that backup is considered to be hot backup. Okay, so this is the one of the core concept: cold backup, hot backup. Now let's understand few more important thing, because these terminology we are going to use again and again in the whole class and other thing. And also when we will talk about backup, I will talk about little bit automation part also, because that is also related to this particular topic. So cold backup, hot backup, when system is up and running, transactions are happening, it is production environment, you don't want to shut down the database, but also you want to take the backup for the future recovery or future crash purposes. Okay. Another important factor which we have to understand is consistent backup and inconsistent backup. The backup files, let's suppose this is your backup file, and the moment you restore it, you are getting the image of the data as it is back to certain stage. Let's suppose I took the backup on 10 a.m. and I have restored it, I will get the 10 a.m. amount of data. Okay. But this backup is sufficient. Mean to say, this piece of the backup, either it is one file, two file, 10 file, or 15 file. But yeah, if I have 10 files, I have restored it, I got my database back. But inconsistent backup means you have backup, but just to make the
Hello.
in
Abhishek,
Hello,
your
Abhishek.
Your
voice is
breaking.
not.
You are breaking.
Your voice is not
okay,
clear.
it
Abhishek, you are breaking.
can be. Hello everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
hello.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, it's
Okay, this
better
is
now.
better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now it's
sorry,
better.
I was on Wi-Fi and forgot to move my computer to LAN. Okay, so till what time you were able to hear me properly? Backup and
Consistent backup.
inconsistent
Consistent
backup.
backup. Consistent backup.
Okay, inconsistent backup. So I have a backup file, okay, but this backup file still needs some more logs or further incremental backup. Okay, to make my database restoration and recovery to a point, this particular file or backup is not consistent. I still need some more logs, some incremental backup. Then this backup will be called inconsistent backup. Normally, cold backups are consistent backup and hot backups are inconsistent backup, because those backups file still need some kind of further logs or some incremental backup to make database restore, or to restore the database to a particular point, we need multiple files. So consistent and inconsistent backup, cold backup, hot backup. In the hot backup, in the continuation of hot backup, we have to understand few more concepts. Okay, one is full backup and incremental backup. Okay, mean to say 0 I will consider as a Monday, 0 I will consider as a Sunday, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? So let's suppose on every Sunday I am taking full backup. Okay, and Monday till Monday I am taking incremental backup, incremental 1. Then again I am taking one incremental backup, incremental 2, incremental 3, incremental 4, incremental 5, and incremental 6, like that. Okay, so full backup, then I have these many incremental backup. Okay, so whenever I want to get the whenever I'm doing a recovery or restore, my full backup is not going to be enough. Let's suppose on 4th day I want to restore my database. Okay, in that case what I have to do, not only full backup, I have to restore all these 4 pieces. Okay, and on top of that, in case if this backup was, the 4th backup was took on 12 a.m. night, and I want to recovery at 8 a.m. in the morning, I need further logs also to apply and make my database consistent. Okay, all those things we have to do. So this is incremental. Then we have one more, this is incremental backup. There's one more type of backup which we call incremental differential backup, where I am not taking these increment of the backup, I am also taking the difference of last backup. So let's suppose if this is a full backup, after that I'm taking incremental backup. Let me make it like this. Let me change my screen a bit. Koi jaye. Okay, so this till here we took full backup, here incremental, again incremental, like that we took incremental backup. But in incremental differential, here I will take one full one incremental backup, then again one incremental differential backup, then again one incremental differential backup, then again one incremental differential backup, again incremental differential backup, like that. Okay, so what is happening? My backup is, I made it little wrong. I supposed to take backup from here. First incremental, after this one will start from here like that, after post backup. So this is the incremental differential backup. So what is the advantage and disadvantage of this incremental and differential backup?
If we want to restore, we will only
Mhm.
restore just one backup. We don't need to restore multiple backups.
Multiple backups. But what we are achieving and what we are losing?
We're going to lose time because backup will take longer.
Very good. Backup will take longer. Even sometimes I have personally seen that restoring small pieces are faster comparing restoring a big file. Okay, after full backup. Okay. Second thing, if your backup is natively compressed and you want to uncompress it, it takes time. Okay. Uh, so this is incremental and differential backup, hot backup, cold backup, and consistent and inconsistent backup. These all are the terminology that we are going to use. Compressed backup, uncompressed backup. Compressed backup means when we are compressing the backup while taking it or after taking it. Okay, it can depend on the kind of backup that we are taking. Okay, so these are the common understanding that you should understand before we are going into this particular topic. Okay, now uh, also your backup strategy also depends on what kind of application you are running. Okay, so let's suppose you are a payment gateway, you are a bank where you want to restore a backup to a very small tiny time set or date set, then you have to choose your backup strategy accordingly. Okay, otherwise what will happen, there are chances when you are doing recovery you might lose the some tiny amount of data which is not acceptable. Okay, so you have to think all these things and just create a backup strategy. Okay, now let's go and understand how many kind of backup we have in Postgre. Any question meanwhile? Any question we?
Abhishek,
Yeah.
I'm still not clear with incremental backup and a differential backup. What is the difference between these two?
Okay, I'll just show you. Let me show you one photograph. Uh,
Also, you mentioned incremental differential backup, like
mhm,
combination
mhm,
of both the things.
mhm.
What it is?
Sorry, what was your question?
Yeah, so you mentioned like incremental differential backup. You mentioned
Mm,
like
mhm.
these are two separate things, right? Or combination
They
of
are
things.
no, they are not combined. They are two different things. They are not combined.
Okay, because,
Okay.
yeah, okay, because you mentioned like incremental differential, so I was guessing like the third backup that I. Okay.
No, not like that. So here, first of all, incremental backup, you took Sunday, you took the full backup, and Sunday to Monday, on Monday, you just took one incremental backup. Okay. Is it clear till here? Because from here to
I am
here, you
clear
took.
with I am clear with incremental backup. Like let's suppose
Mhm,
if we have 100 GB of database,
mhm,
so when we take a full backup, it will be 100 GB. But let's suppose
correct.
2 GB of additional modification done on a Monday, so it
Hmm.
will just take 2 GB of
2
backup.
GB of delta. Basically, it will take the
Yeah,
delta backup.
delta. So incremental backup is I'm clear with, but I'm confused is what is the difference between incremental and
Okay.
differential.
Okay. So if you're clear with the incremental, just see the differential backup. So here 0 to 1 in anyhow it will just work like as a incremental backup on Monday, first backup. But second day differential backup is going to start from here to here. It will not only capture Monday, it will also capture Tuesday. Third day it will again take
Basically,
the backup from here.
more space. It will take more space.
It will take more space, but the only thing is it will recovery is going to be when you are doing the recovery, you are have to just restore this particular piece of the file.
So I've
But
heard
the
like
problem
differential
is,
backup,
mhm,
the speed of restoring differential backup is good compared
it
to
will be
incremental backup because we have kind of full image of earlier one and the latest one.
okay. So again, let me tell you one concept. Uh, Based on my experience, restoring small files are always faster than restoring a big file. Okay. Now you will ask why this kind of thing happens. Let's go to the normal OS concept. How operating system reads a file, very high level understanding. Simply it goes to the disk. Okay, from the disk it reads the block and it puts in the random access memory, right? That is the core concept, right? So whenever you have a big file, the whole process has to be repeated multiple times. Okay, but if you have a small file, these particular process can be parallelized, as well as you can give multiple CPUs to this specific core. Okay, but again, this is not the thumb rule, but based on the database related stuff I have seen, if you're restoring the small files, sequentially or parallelly, it is faster than restoring a big file. So this is the differential backup. And again, differential backup taking is always slow comparing with incremental backup. So that is the another fact that we have to consider before making the differential backup. But is it clear now, Vikas?
Sir,
So, okay, Vijay, go ahead. Then
yeah, my question is, so it's going to be take again full backup, like on 0 it's going taken first full backup. On Monday again it's going to take full backup plus all changes, that block changes,
Correct.
like that.
Yes, Monday it will take. Again, you can consider it as a full backup.
Oh.
Clear? So simple.
Abhishek,
Yeah.
because instead of this, we can take daily full backup, right? It will help, right?
Daily full backup will not help in certain scenarios where database size is very big.
let me explain, Abhishek, whatever I've understood. So full backup is something which is a one-time full backup. So whatever will
Correct.
will be the
On
size of the
Sunday, you
database,
can
it will.
say.
Yeah. Incremental is something which is the backup will only take the changes which is done after the full backup.
Correct. So let's
Okay.
suppose Sunday 12 a.m. night I took the backup. So after that, whatever walls got generated, after whatever changes has happened, which will be captured by this particular backup, this backup. Again, same thing will happen on Monday night till 12. Backup is taken, but there are still some changes are happen, wall generated transactions are happen, so which will be taken care by this particular backup, like that. Or again on Sunday, Sunday is going to again the last backup which we took on the Saturday night. Sunday's backup is going to capture all the walls and as well as the change information, the delta information, like that. Is that clear?
Okay, so while restoring, let's suppose I have to restore on Friday. So I want to restore first full backup and all
And
the
then
incremental
all these
backup
pieces
till Friday. Yeah.
till Friday,
But when we
plus
talk about
wall logs, whatever walls are generated.
yeah, just in case we have to do point in time
Yeah,
recovery, so
point
we
in
have
time
to play
recoveries. Yes.
Okay. But when we talk about differential backup,
Hmm.
so for that, I think only
You
full
have to-
backup is required and the latest differential backup is required.
Latest
because-
differential backup is required.
Okay. So this is the only difference.
Only difference.
For incremental, yeah. Understood.
Clear, right?
Yeah, I understand.
So whenever you want to create a mind map, you can think like this: incremental backup smallest, differential backup grows daily, backup speed incremental faster, differential slow or moderate. Okay, restoration is always incremental backup will be faster. Okay, like that. Second thing,
So,
again,
Abhishek,
one more. Yeah.
Abhishek, yeah, to correct I mean, so what I understood is, so the incremental is, can we consider that as a delta backup?
Correct. Delta backup only.
Okay.
It is delta backup only. And the same thing applies in Oracle RMAN also. Same concept. Oracle RMAN.
In DB2,
I think
it is
in my.
made, in DB2 it is vice versa. Okay, so we call this we have a full backup, we have incremental backup, we have delta backup. Okay, so delta backup is called what you call here incremental, that is called the delta backup there. Okay, and what you have the differential backup, that is called as incremental backup there.
Okay.
So the differential backup will be cumulative backup.
That's correct. In Oracle, cumulative.
Yeah, it's Oracle, it's cumulative. It's a full again changes, full again changes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So now at least we are good with the concept, right? If I say all these things, you will understand, right? My main intention was to give you some idea, mind map, so that whenever I am going to talk about all these things, you should understand about all these concepts. Okay. Now let's go and understand about some important concept which is related to tools. Okay, because tools are important in other databases, specifically Oracle, SQL Server, or I will say the closed source databases. We have two kind of community in the databases, right? Closed source and open source. So closed source databases are providing their own utility on tools and everything, but in the open source world, on all on Postgre side, MySQL side, Mongo community side, or Elasticsearch, or Redis, or Memcache side, we can choose the third-party backup systems. Okay, because it's not like they are coming as a box pack or as a natively provided solution. Okay, when I say natively provided means you will install the database and by default you will get the utility to take the backup. Okay, it is available, very well available in the Postgre, but it is not that effective. Okay, so being a DBA, we should understand all the possible option that is available to take the backup of Postgre and what is the advantages or disadvantages. Okay, that you have to understand. So the first thing natively, or when I say natively, it means which comes by default along with your Postgre is pg dump. Okay, pg dump by default comes along with your database. And then we have pg dump all. Okay, we have pg dump all. And then we have pg base backup. After that, when we were learning about in Postgre in 2008 or 9 or 7, you know, that time we were used to use a tool called Burman. Okay, so all these tools were evolved over a time, and we have seen multiple tools coming in the market. Okay, so after that we have seen Burman. Again, I am going to give you some more differentiation, which is important to understand specifically for the interview or for the understanding purpose. Barman. Like that, we have used multiple tools like PG Verify Backup. Another important thing is like Postgre by default gives you PG Backup Start and PG Backup End. Okay. We have multiple other utilities, but I'm not going to take the names because they are outdated. We are not using it like Wally E, Wally G, and Burman. We have Omni PITR, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. We have Pitery, we have Bocardo, we have Broco. There are a lot of things happened in the past, but after that, currently in last 5 to 6 years, PG Backrest is most popular tool which we are using it. Okay. Again, when we are going into these kind of tooling or concepts, we have to understand two very important concepts. These particular tools are divided into two broader category. Okay. So again, when we are taking the backup, we have to understand two important concepts. Few database backup tools are capable of taking logical backup, and some are capable enough of taking physical backup. Okay, so when I say logical backup, mean to say under the database, whatever logical structure we have. So what is the logical structure that we get under the database? What is the logical structure? What is the logical table, index, sequence, procedure, view? All those things are nothing but a logical entity of a database or right. So whenever you are taking a backup using of any logical objects or something, it considered as a logical backup. The moment you take any backup which is related to the file, folder, or directory, where you are not at all considered to, whether you are not bothered about what is there inside the content and all, you are just taking the full backup, full directory, or the logs and everything. It's considered to be a physical backup. Okay, so PG dump is logical backup tool. PG dump all is again logical backup tool. PG base backup is a physical backup tool. Berman is physical backup tool, and this is also physical backup tool. And PG backrest is physical backup tool. So mean to say, if you took a backup, let's suppose this is the backup, and you want to restore only one table. Okay, so restoration from a physical backup of a single object, it's not possible. Okay, mean to say directly it is not possible. First you have to restore into some temporary database, and then you can copy the table. In that way it is possible, but directly it is not possible. But when you are taking the logical backups and you have to just restore one table or two table or one database among of, let's suppose you took 10 database backup and you want to restore only one, that is possible. But in the physical database it is not at all possible. Either you will restore everything or you will restore nothing, kind of scenario is there. Okay, so in my session or in my current class, my main focus is going to be on PG backrest. The only reason is PG backrest is a very important tool. PG backrest is going to be used in Petroni cluster. PG backup is going to be used in our different used cases, and also in PG backup rest we are going to do some automation also using Jenkins or using the shell script. So that's why I'm taking PG backrest, but I will explain you, or I will run the PG dump all and PG backrest. Rest I will, if you want, I can explain you, theoretically. Okay, PG base backup also, if you want, I will just show you, because it's very simple. When we will do the replication, we will use PG base backup to create the replica or something. Okay, but this is the whole tooling or tools name that we are going to use in this particular class. Any question before I go ahead?
So point of recovery also use Berman and PG based backrest.
Correct. PG backrest is going to do point in time recovery, and it is also capable enough of doing the point in time recovery using timestamp. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Abhishek.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a PG start backup and PG stop backup.
Mm-hmm. End backup.
It's end or it's a stop? It's a function basically, correct?
Function basically, which is just freezing the data files header,
Yeah.
and you are continuing.
So actually, I'm not sure, but currently, nowadays, the function name is PG underscore start underscore backup and PG underscore stop underscore backup.
Okay. Okay. Yes. So basically, this is just a very traditional backup. When the Postgre got introduced from the Berkeley University, this was the first backup that people used to take. It is quite similar with the Oracle start backup. Oracle also have begin backup and end backup, right? Oracle have a way of taking backup, right? Begin backup, and you just copy the data files and table space file, and end backup, right? It is quite similar with that. Okay, any more questions?
Which is the PG dump and
Abhishek-
PG dump all. Sorry, these are all logical backup, right? So PG
These all are
dump,
the logical backup.
dump all is for cluster level, right?
Cluster level, correct. We'll go to that.
Okay.
I want to add few more things, as this course is very advanced course, and we are going to talk about some of the cloud and Kubernetes and DevOps part also. Okay, so people must be thinking, people who are already using the databases on Docker, so backup and restore is going to be remain same. There is nothing changed. Okay, if you are handling the container backups. Okay, so container backups are also working in the same fashion. It is just like the yet another same database. There's no going to be difference. So don't think that if your database Postgre is running on a container environment, on the container mode, backup and restore is going to be difference. No, the ways are going to remain same. The way we are taking the backup is going to be same. The restore purpose is going to be same. The only thing is sometimes you are using some Docker commands. Okay. Specifically to the people who are from the Kubernetes kind of environment, their backup strategy might get changed a bit. Only the way of taking the backup, but there are no other functionality or tooling is going to be changed. Okay, whether they are using Crunchy Data Postgre operator or Zalando Postgre operator, Percona Postgre operator, or native PG or NGP or CNP, anything. Okay, so it's not going to be changed. So I am specifically telling all these things because I have seen when people go for the interview and when we talk about all these things, they get confused. So that's why I'm specifically telling backup and recovery process is going to remain same. Either your database is running on Kubernetes, Docker, Docker Compose, or Docker Swarm cluster. It is just a database. Okay, so don't get confused. My statement is clear to everyone. Just I will make it simple. You have Oracle RAC or Oracle. Your backup and recovery strategy will change. Anyone?
No.
No, same.
No. Are you in MySQL people? Even you are in XtraDB cluster, you are in a InnoDB cluster, or you are doing any kind of master and slave replication. Will your backup strategy is going to change? No, right? Backup and recovery is going to be remain same. So just think like that. It is going to be same. MongoDB also, MongoDump and PBM backup, right? Percona backup for Mongo. It is going to be remain same, right? SQL Server also, I don't know which backup you use, but DB2 also I don't know, but backup and restore going to be remain same. So don't get confused. Only your backup and recovery methods are going to change when we are on the cloud. Okay. So when we are on the cloud specifically, let's talk about all the cloud very quickly. Because again, we have a cloud classes where we'll talk all these things in detail. So when we are taking the database level backup on AWS, first backup level is traditional backup only, where you are just using the traditional tools, which we have talked about just now. Okay. And also in case if you don't want to use the traditional backup, AWS have their own managed backup strategies also, right? So what is the managed backup strategy? First one is snapshot. Okay. Second one is replica, where you create the replica and you are considering it as a backup. Simple. So my traditional backup tools are going to be remain same, even if it is Azure, GCP, OCI, Digital Ocean, or any other further cloud, or Bluemix, IBM Bluemix. My traditional backup is going to remain same. Is this statement clear? This is very important.
But sir, that is on a compute instance level or how? This traditional backup, because manage is going to
Traditional
be
backup. When I say traditional backup, the backup which is compatible for your database technology. Let's suppose you are a Oracle database, you installed Oracle, then you can use Armin even on top of AWS. Plus you can choose or you can use their provided backup, which is provided by either AWS, Azure, GCP, their managed backup, or the tools which they are providing. Most of the time they are providing you snapshots. Okay, but remaining backup strategies are going to remain same using your tools or using your utilities. The statement is clear to everyone. If it is not clear,
I have one question. So manage is an RDS service, right? For POSes like
correct,
Aurora.
correct.
And traditionally mentioning that is something on EC2 instance or something, right?
Correct. But
Okay.
but let's suppose if your RDS database is running and you want to take a PG dump, it is possible, right? You want to take a PG dump all, that is still possible, right? That's what I'm talking about. The traditional backup method based on their compatibility, it is still valid. Okay, so don't get confused if people are asking all these questions. Okay, it's not like that something is going to change in terms of backup and recovery. It is going to remain same. Traditional backup strategies are going to remain same. Only the addition is you might get some snapshot technology, replication technology, or some other further tools provided by your cloud service provider. Okay, makes sense, everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Sir, one last question. So
Yes.
on
Yeah.
RDS, how that page dummy going to be accessed? Because RDS is a managed service, so we don't have the access for the RDS server, right? So
See,
PGDUM.
this is your RDS. This is your Bastion host. Do you understand Bastion host? Bastion
Yes,
or
sir.
jump,
Oh, okay.
Bastion
Okay,
or
okay.
jump host.
I
There
checked
you
my
will
message
simply
also.
install
Okay.
PostgreSQL client,
Okay.
and you will just take backup.
Oh, same like RDS or like a SQL client, then
Yeah,
it will
yeah,
take back.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Because that is possible.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Clear, right? Can I go ahead, or we'll take a break, 15-minute break? I'm fine with both the things.
Break.
Okay. Okay. Before we go to break, I want to add one more thing. Apart from these backup tools, if you are using EDB, okay, or Percona, you might see they are using some other backup tools also. So you can use those backup tools also in case if your company or your system is using like BART, you know, all those things are also possible. So as I have mentioned, traditional backups, whatever traditional backups are compatible with your database, you can take it, as well as you can take the managed level backup or managed utility, which is provided by your cloud service provider. Okay. Another important factor is like backup and backup related things also sometimes is related to your network and storage technology. Okay, so I think let's talk about all those things in the in some different session, because again it will be little confusing for the new people, but we can have a discussion on that. Okay, so let's take a backup. Let's take a small break, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. Clear? Everyone?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Abhishek, stop the recording.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for reminding. Yeah. Yeah, done.